Have you ever laid awake at night, replaying the same thought on an endless loop, wishing, desperately, that your mind would just shut up for a second? You're not alone. In a world that moves at the speed of chaos, inner peace is not just rare, it's radical. But here's the truth the world doesn't want to tell you. Calm isn't found. It's created. And the ancient Stoics, they knew this, not through wishful thinking or empty affirmations, but through action, through strategy. Simple, powerful habits that silence the noise without ever needing the world to be quiet. This isn't just philosophy. This is your practical guide to stillness. Let's talk about 6 simple Stoic strategies to calm your mind. Number 1, master the morning, own your mind before the world does. The first battle is fought the moment you wake up, and most people lose it before they even open their eyes. They grab their phone, open social media, check their email, and within minutes, they're no longer living their day. They're reacting to everyone else's. The Stoics would call this slavery, a mind chained to distraction, dependent on dopamine, constantly pulled by external forces. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who ruled one of the most chaotic empires in history, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So what's the strategy? Before the world gets its hands on you, you claim your own mind. Spend the first 15 minutes in silence. No phone, no news, just awareness. Stretch your body. Breathe deeply. Reflect on what really matters. You're not just starting your day. You're setting the tone for your entire mental state. You're not reacting. You're creating space. And that space is sacred. Number 2, tame the inner narrator. Thoughts are not orders. There's a voice in your head. It talks non-stop. It judges. It compares. It catastrophizes. It reminds you of every failure, every embarrassment, and every what if. But here's what the Stoics knew. That voice isn't you. It's just noise. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things." Your thoughts aren't facts, they're suggestions. So here's the strategy. Catch the voice in the act. Notice the moment it starts spiraling. Don't fight it. Don't believe it. Just label it. Oh, there's my anxious voice again. That's the story my brain tells when it's scared. By observing the narrator, you weaken its control. You realize that between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space, you are free. You don't silence the mind by force. You calm it by understanding. Number 3, embrace voluntary discomfort. It sounds counterintuitive. Why would putting yourself through discomfort lead to calm? Because when you stop avoiding discomfort, you stop being ruled by it. Seneca once practiced poverty, even though he was one of the richest men in Rome. He would sleep on the floor, wear rough clothing, eat the most basic food. Why? Because when the real chaos came, he was already calm. He had trained for it. This is the Stoic way. Train the nervous system by introducing small, intentional discomforts. Cold showers, fasting, walking without your phone, choosing boredom. Each time your mind learns, "I can handle this." You're not calming the mind by escaping stress. You're calming it by expanding your capacity. And when life hits, when real pressure comes, you're already grounded. Number 4, simplify everything. An anxious mind is often an overwhelmed mind. Too many choices, too many tabs open, too much clutter, externally and internally. Stoicism teaches that freedom is found in simplicity. The less you need, the freer you are. So here's the strategy: ruthless simplification. Cut your commitments in half. Unfollow people who drain your energy. Organize your environment. Create systems, not decisions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In other words, cut the noise. Each time you remove a mental burden, no matter how small, you give your mind space to breathe. And a calm mind needs room to exist. Number 5. Practice negative visualization. Imagine this. You're sitting in traffic, angry, tense, wishing the cars would move. Now imagine, this is the last traffic jam you'll ever sit in, because tomorrow everything will change. You'll lose your car, your job, your freedom. How differently would you experience this moment? The Stoics practiced what they called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. It sounds dark, but it's the opposite. By imagining loss, you create gratitude. You shift perspective. Suddenly, what once felt frustrating now feels manageable, even peaceful. This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. A calm mind isn't naive. It's trained to see the worst and remain unmoved. You begin to appreciate life as it is, not as you wish it to be. And that simple shift rewires everything. Number 6. Daily reflection. The Stoics didn't just live reactively. They paused. They reflected. They reviewed their thoughts like a warrior sharpening their blade. At the end of each day, Marcus Aurelius would ask himself, "What did I do well? What could I have done better? What can I let go of?" This wasn't self-judgment, it was self-clarity. Your mind, like a cup, fills throughout the day. If you don't empty it, it spills over into anxiety, insomnia, and irritability. So make it a ritual, 5 minutes of journaling. Ask yourself, what thoughts did I carry today that I no longer need? You'll find that clarity often comes not from fixing, but from letting go. The most peaceful people are not those with perfect lives, but those who've learned to release what they can't control. You don't need to be born with a calm mind. You build it. One breath, one habit, one choice at a time. The Stoics were not born calm. They were made calm through fire, through chaos, through strategy. So if your mind feels loud, heavy, or out of control, remember this. You are not broken. You are simply untrained. And every time you choose stillness over stimulation, presence over panic, strategy over surrender, you reclaim your peace. This is how you calm your mind. This is how you rise